Alright guys, here we are. Merry Christmas. Oh my god. Okay. Tattooed my hand.
Control. Show me you can take ground. Hold the zones. Enemy claimed Zone A. Zone C captured. Enemy claims Zone B. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Okay, that's a little different, Ryan. So the problem is we're gonna come over and we're looking at it right now with the radio map. We're looking for radio anomalies, Ryan. Okay, we can play.
You're in the lead. Zone B lost. Zone B captured. You have advantage. Zone C lost. You captured Zone A. You have zone advantage. Zone B lost. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. Your advantage grows. Stay strong. Zone B lost. Zone B captured. You have advantage. Zone B lost. Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. Only 5 minutes left. Zone C captured. Zone A lost. Zone B lost. Zone B captured.
You have advantage.
Three minutes. You're dominating the field. Don't let up. I could not ask for a better victory. clash. This is a gauge of pure combat potential. Make me proud. You're in the lead.
Right, Jim Carrey probably did it to you, okay? He's following you on Twitter, so it's probably him.
You're falling behind.
Now, I woke up with what looked like maybe drone tattoos on my hand, so I cut them off. And the impossible two were blackheads, and the third one, I don't know what it is. It looks like a tattoo, it doesn't really look small. It doesn't look like cancer really either. I think maybe someone put a drone in there.
Gains the lead.
Really weird. I just surgically removed them with a Tonto knife. The Magic Castle put the drone in my room to do it. I went and turned on my faucet while I was taking a shower too with the drone. It actually it was on after I got out of the shower. Either it's a pressure anomaly from taking a shower, or someone has a drone not to step over in my room. Believe me, I was hacked by the Chinese. I had it verified by the FBI. They traced my IP to China, so possible I have a drone there.
Only 5 minutes left.
Your advantage grows. Stay strong.
But one of them is already almost totally healed. The other one's almost healed too. Yeah, the other one, I don't know. It looks like a mole or a freckle that's deeply. And I'm trying to figure out why I got it there on the finger, but it's probably a tattoo. I'm serious. They probably tattooed me. Someone probably tattooed me when I was sleeping. I have moles all over my body. They're like little freckles. Never had one at first, but I can. And it just kind of appeared overnight with the other mark. So that means something was like poking me. Or maybe a bug was biting me or something on my hand, and like my skin darkened a little bit in response to it. When your skin gets bitten or scratched, it can darken. Maybe it's minor necrosis from a spider bite. But if it's dark out, you just cut it out and you just throw it in the garbage, and it doesn't spread. They're probably just they might have been blackheads, but not they all showed up at the same time. It's probably some sort of spider bite or a tattoo by a drone.
One minute.
You're dominating the field. Don't let up.
This basic field medicine, you gotta learn it.
"30 seconds stand between you and victory." I could not ask for a better victory. You crushed them.
Makes sense to be there.
And it's said there's no beauty in destruction.
It looks like it's disappearing after I ripped it off with my fingers. It was tattoo, it's a minor surface one on the outer dermis, on the epidermis, so it's not a big deal to just rip it off. It's when it's an endodermal tissue that's an issue, so then it means it's really bad. Believe me, doctor is connected to me right now telling me what's up. I have, all kinds of freckles here and stuff. Freckles here, here. But I had one here that was kind of out of control, so I ripped it off. It's possible it's cancer, but it's mostly gone. Oh, I have freckles all over my arm. Some got freckles here. Some freckles. But you can see this one. I've had this one like my whole life on my fingertip. And according to Chinese lore, it means that I'm extremely law-abiding, and I challenge the law. So that's one or the other. I don't believe that stuff, but maybe there's some correlational anomaly with it. Who cares? But this one I ripped off, and it looks like it's healing. It's probably partly a scab. Yeah, that one is either a blood bucket or a tattoo by a drone. I fundamentally believe that it's possible there's a tattoo by a drone because I was taking a shower today and my faucet turned on by itself. So we'll see. Nah, it's not a ghost. It's probably one of those little mini drones that they can like open doors and stuff. It's just like wandering around my room. It has a camera. The reason I say that is I was hacked by the Chinese, and also I have a friend who I grew up with who actually uses clandestine drones, and he tests them out. So maybe he's testing it on me or something. He actually works for government agencies, and he uses them, and he told me about it when I met him.
Clash.
So it's actually possible in that situation.
Defeat your enemies. That's all I ask.
Nah, my friend, he's Jewish. He's Israeli Jew. He's in the Israeli military, and he's probably doing this as a anti-Christmas thing. Really annoying, but he wants me to buy a tough video game laptop. Seriously, he wants me to buy a TUF, Asus TUF laptop. I don't know why, but that's what he wants me to buy, and I don't know why they want me to buy that. Because then I have to buy an Elgato. It's like, and then what? And then what do I buy?
Double down.
How many things do you want me to buy? I already have a flagship Lenovo laptop. Why would I need a gaming system? I have a P52S, but that's for music production. I don't want to corrupt it with video games. Video games have viruses and backdoors on them. They're portless on all the time, so it causes systems to get corrupted. Building a game system though isn't that hard. Thing is Natalie Portman wants me to be Jewish like her, and she tells me that all the time. It's not that there's not a reason to. Possible she's my cousin. I think my cousin Ted said she's my cousin, so I don't know what's up with that. I never compared her DNA, but she probably is. Because she kind of latched onto me when I was at Disney. And I'm not exceptionally good looking. They're all at Harvard and have contacts with high-level people. I have contacts with high-level people too, but it's like whatever. They can actually verify if they're in the department or not. Just get high-level contacts. Either that or Peter is doing something like a radical psychiatric experiment to heal me, and like injecting me with weird antigens to cure a problem I have. This is some weird observation experiment, but they have clandestine licenses, so not much I can do about it. But they're kind of like messing with me.
5 minutes remaining.
maybe they gave me some sort of like vaccine for something they think I had, like toxoplasmosis gondii or some antigen that causes moles to pop up temporarily and disappear.
Down.
You know, like Captain America, where like he starts out as a wimp and becomes really powerful. Maybe something weird like that.
3
Probably something like really weird like that. Have adamantium bones or something. Probably get my kidneys checked, my liver checked, just in case. Or maybe it's just an age spot. Maybe that's what I'm getting older, I just see more freckles in other places. Along with blackheads at the same time. The problem is they're correlated with the same problem, so it looks like a tattoo attempt. But if it's an outer dermis tattoo, I just cut it out. No problem. They're correlated with Chinese symbolism of moles, which is probably good. So most likely it's someone with a form of sociopathy. It's possible it's a Hindu group. As I've been dealing with the Hindu group, I've been trying to purge. They've been trying to convert me to Hindu religion. As long as I have Jews converting me, Hindus trying to convert me, Catholics trying to convert me, I was basically a Presbyterian because of my spiritual gift and I understand the religion. And because I love Taylor Swift and that's what she originated with. And the thing is, I look like her dude and it works for me. Her healing system works better than the other one. I seem to be synced up with someone who was compatible with me, with a female. But everyone knows in the Bible that prophets marry other prophets, so people with spiritual gifts marry other people with spiritual gifts because they need to be. And it's not a
Only
choice,
1 minute
so
left.
we don't have the ability to marry someone who's a normal person. And they may just be spiritual marriages.
Seconds.
Probably why people marry their cousins in the Bible, because they're more compatible with each other with the gift.
Ten seconds.
Sure, there's some biology.
Victory is all I ask. Good.
Wow.
A single victory doesn't win a war, but it's a start. Good work.
Wow, I got 10 kills? That's rare. I don't usually do that well. Maybe they injected me with like superhuman, like some sort of like virus that injects like a special kind of DNA into my cells that makes me better at playing video games. It's possible. Schizophrenia isn't for real, guys. Not for me. I'll tell you why. I went through a thorough brain scan and went through $3,000 worth of tests that I paid for out of pocket. All we found was that I have a normal brain and I'm an exceptional musician, so I have the brain of one of the best musicians in the world. They found out that nothing. They basically found nothing. They found that I don't have any form of herpes. I don't have one or two. I probably have the normal ones, which are invisible ones, the ones that you don't really occur, minor cold sores. Everyone has those. There's over 100 varieties, but I don't have one or two. They found out that I might have been exposed to polio at some point, or I had the live polio vaccine. That one's pretty common because people born in the 70s got live polio vaccines. They basically protect your gut more than the non-viral, non-live virus vaccines, but they did away with it because it was a risk. But the thing is that you probably have it too because you went to the bathroom in a public toilet. So the thing is everyone from the 70s spread it to everyone else anyways. But it can cause, in theory, post-polio pain syndrome, cause headaches, migraines, all kinds of problems. And they were administering it at Kaiser Hospital in the 70s in Hollywood. So a lot of you in Los Angeles have problems from probably getting live polio vaccine, have all kinds of post-polio pain syndromes, probably cause mental problems and all kinds of weird stuff. It was a theory, but it's not really a theory. It's correlated. Yeah. The thing is, my dad sending me pictures from Houston and like having fun there with my sister in her house. And I'm thinking like, well, I'd move to Houston if I could find an engineerable location that doesn't have tornadoes or floods and that had a good job. But most folks want me to go to Hendersonville
Clash
in Tennessee. And I know why. Because that's where I feel at home, too. Problem is that I have family members that I have to overmanage to get there, and it's a really, really complicated behavioral
Defeat
problem.
your enemies.
I can probably solve it, but it requires a very thorough game theory analysis, and I don't really have the time to do that. I have to work. So I'm stuck in Los Angeles with all the celebrities in Hollywood, so here you go. That's the benefit I have, is working with you guys in the studios and concentrate with you, and it's kind of a benefit, but some of them are my friends in my head. All the celebrities are my friends in my head. Some of them actually went to school with me, and that's why they're friends in my head. And the reason they're my friends in my head is because they've had so much screen time, they became bonded to me. Because I had screen time. It's also has to deal with Facebook. Facebook caused people to develop celebrity ESP disorders. It's being famous because it's not really managed. So anytime I go on my Facebook where I have like over 100 people on it, and I post something, all of a sudden they all start connecting to me and like reading it and going, dude, why'd you write that? So I test it periodically to see if they're actually still psychic, and every time I post it, they start harassing me. Seriously, do it. It's been thoroughly tested. I also tested the gamer theory with glasses at sports bars. Flip them up. I hear everyone in the bar, flip them down. It disconnects me from everyone. I tested it at church the other night. Pastor verified it. He said, put your glasses on, take them off. Okay, the glasses fix it. So basically, gift is not always is not really compatible with modern technology and densely populated environments because of the photoelectric effect. So it's actually better for me to live in a more rural region. Hendersonville's probably pretty good. That'd probably be more normal there. Because I'm descended from Native Americans and Polynesians, so I'm designed for field living. And in the field, there aren't that many people, and you have to be able to communicate with your cousins across space-time so you can learn how to survive in the field. So they train you when you're traveling and in trouble with animals and stuff. So it's a survival advantage in that respect. But in cities, it isn't. So because you have too many people attending to you. No, I can hunt and I can navigate with the gift. I can coordinate the ESP and telepathy with hunting, so I can hunt. I don't need a radio signal. It's also an advantage in battle because you can coordinate with the gift. The Scottish have it too. The Scottish were warriors. All the Scottish have more reports of extrasensory perception than any other country. So it's a result of surviving and struggling. A lot of cultures have it, and it's not really a cultural thing for reporting it. They actually have the gift. And Irish women are always psychic, so that's a waste of time. And I know that a lot of Irish women are famous. She probably can't admit it, but I know she's got the gift. 100% chance.
They just took the lead.
And yes, sometimes people with a gift have other problems. They're like witches, so that's what we call them. But in the old days, they would waste them. Nowadays, we try to heal them with medications and therapies and stuff because we have modern medicine and we hoard the gifts more. We know how to manage them better. And I'm not going to say anything about Scientology. Scientology is kind of weird, but the concept of thinking and learning and how to survive is not really a bad thing. It's just that having no transparency on your activities and testing people is illegal. And that's the problem with them hurting Suri. They were probably doing some weird testing on her, and it's probably illegal under governmental contracts. American Psychological Association probably prohibits the type of study they did on her because it causes permanent damage. Likely. That's why those rules exist, and Scientologists violate them and hurt people. They're like Nazis in that respect. And sometimes it's obvious that it'll hurt someone because you can just do the potentiation math, which are all neural stimulation areas with a frequency MRI and figure it out. And so it's not really a test, it's just a way to learn how to hurt someone. So wearing gamer glasses is essential for your mental health when you play video games. It's also good to wear them in bars, sports bars, and anywhere. I think in esports bars it should be required that you wear blue light gamer glass filters on so people don't go crazy. Or they should just provide them at the door, then you have to return them if you don't have your own. And, buy them in bulk to get discounts. You guys buy $5 each? Okay. You buy them in bulk, give them $5 each. Hornet Tech glasses are the ones that work for me. They're not expensive. They're $19.99 at Fry's, and they'll cure you of photoelectric disorders from too much blue light exposure. Tom Cruise researched that. He's the one who quoted it on TV, and he's right. He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not a cuckoo head. He's not being a psycho when he tells you that. It's actually for real. It worked for me. That one's for real.
3 minutes left.
And his suggestions, there's some things that film can do. They can put a virtual blue light layer over their mastering on movies, and it would temper the voice hearing that the actors go through when they're acting. Because that's part of being an actor is learning how to manage the energy that's sent to you through screen time. It's actually quite dangerous nowadays because of the modern digital formats. The more pixels you have, the more photoelectric synchronies you have connected to you when you're an actor or an actress. So it's harder and harder to manage the energy levels, and that's probably why some people are taking opiates, because they're getting really bad headaches and suffering from pain symptoms from it. So the thing is that if we put these blue light layers on it, it tempers it, and even like mastering digital formats with a film layer and just recording it over film, doing a digital to analog film to digital conversion, that would probably work better too, because it would smooth it over. You'd use a high quality film to transfer it over to. That way it's smooth. It's not really that expensive because you already filmed the movie, and you're just putting a film layer over, and so maybe you ruin 2 reels. Who cares? You have to splice a couple. That's not really a big deal. I mean, it's a minor expense. It saves people.
One minute.
And we may even be forced to do that with audio too, where we have a digital recording and then have an analog tape layer, and then convert the analog tape to digital, high quality analog tape. So a digital analog to digital conversion, because the digital, the DVD process is actually very stressful, and I even hear my fans when they listen to me because they're over synchronized with it because I'm doing direct digital stuff. It's not really a bad thing. It's just that it's actually not healthy for either of us to be over connected when we're like driving, going to the bathroom, basic stuff.
Ten seconds. That shut them down. A victory well executed.
But that's why, Selena Gomez probably took some of my suggestions and she created audio tapes. She created cassette tapes and LPs for some of her.
The weight of the world was on your shoulders, and I bet you it helped. You triumphed.
Because it still causes panic attacks if you have 2 people messing with you. We just need to go back to a DAD process on everything. Then we can put a blue light layer on it for video, which would dampen it. Alright, been playing for an hour.